All right, so Mardu control. So we've played a couple iterations of this archetype in the past. I really kind of like the direction in which this build has gone. So I've not played a build of Mardu control that contains Bell-Haunt in the main deck, and I think it's really kind of sweet. Like, this is a card that, like, it's good against aggro because it gains life and it blocks, and it's reasonable against control because it takes a card out of their hand while being a threat. The one thing I am slightly concerned about looking at this deck list is that we only have 25 lands in our deck, and with just treasure map as filtering, I kind of wonder if we want some number of discovery to smooth things out as well. I'm gonna start by just playing card for card what's been submitted, and we'll go from there. But that is my one concern is the land count in relation to the curve of our deck and our ability to consistently hit land drops on time without a little bit of cantripping. For people that are new to Magic, cantripping is what we refer to when a card draws another card. So cards like Discovery, Opt, those are cantrips that are standard legal. I was watching on YouTube yesterday morning. Have revealed the outcome of the. It's not happened yet. It's gonna be this evening. I think I'm in for Bell-Haunt here. What's my opinion on Artifact? It failed for a reason. It hasn't been doing well. There's a reason for that. Oh, I forgot I actually wrote a formal blog post about that. Hey, Kenix Jr., thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. If you want to watch this match from my opponent's side of the table, pretty confident this is his stream. If you want to see both sides, you can pop on over there. Yikes. Probably going to need to mortify the Jadelight Ranger here since we didn't hit. If I would have hit the White Source guaranteed, I think I'd take the hit from the Jadelight here. But because I didn't hit the White Source, I think I can just go ahead and clean this out. Mods will time out anyone in chat who is telling me the contents of Matt's hand. That is not okay. I linked my opponent's stream so people who wanted to watch both sides and potentially see another great Magic streamer also stream. It's delicious string cheese. God bless. He has an ace of spades. The ace of spades. All right, we're either gonna hit a white source or we're gonna lose the game here. I believe those are the options. All right, look at that. My deck decided it wanted to play Magic. God bless. God bless us, everyone. Our deck decided we get to play Magic. You have a straight flush. How do we ever win? Yeah, Rippers, a lot of other people don't moderate as aggressively as we do, and people who are inclined to talk trash about other people, especially other streamers, tend to get banned in my channel. So if there's people talking trash in his chat, there's a good chance they just can't post here because they're banned. I'd have to imagine this style of matchup is probably okay for our deck. Just because, like, we're basically a kill all the things deck. We're a kill all the things deck, and they're a deck full of things, so, like, probably decent for us. The only person you're allowed to trash talk is me. How many people have I permanently banned? I don't know. That sounds like a not good use of effort to count. It's funny, people are so rancid on average. Like I gave BBD a host one time and immediately people started complaining about me. It's just like holy crap, how much of a petty turd do you have to be for like me to do a favor to someone that you obviously like because you're watching them and then complain about me? For a second, I thought Matt Nass had betrayed us combo players, but he's playing Pod Bomb. God bless. Yeah, Banefire is a good way to hedge control in the what's it called deck? Gates deck? I think that's not an unreasonable suggestion. I have no idea. This is our first game of the day with this deck. Like I said, I have to imagine that like if I had to guess on this deck's types of matchups without having played a bunch of games with it, I'd have to venture that this is one of the better matchups. Yeah, right, Bob? Those who talk trash should be willing to end up there. Listen, we aim to please. Timeouts are free, and they're that little bit of human interaction that many of us crave, right? Like, who doesn't love a little bit of human interaction? I would see gates in the queue. Isn't that mandatory? Well, we're both flooding here, but thankfully I have a 5/5 flyer while we flood. So we just need one more brick out of them here. All right, so this is definitely an extra Kaya's Wrath matchup. How do you feel about Vraska's Contempt and Banefire? Probably mediocre. Hey, Jay, keep up the great content. Can't wait for the pink hair. Congrats on 4,100. Thanks for the re-up, Jay. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I only trash talk friends. God bless. Is this a matchup where I want discard spells? I don't think it is. I mean, they have Knight of Autumn in their main deck, and they probably have multiple of them if I had to venture a guess, so I don't think I want Ixalan's Binding. I feel like, how do we feel about like Cry versus Moment of Craving? Moment's probably kind of mediocre, right? I guess it kills the Explore creatures. I'm going to cut 2 Moments and bring in this last Contempt and click Submit, I think. Nah, I think I want the Dawn of Hopes as a maybe win condition. Dawn of Hope also hurts less to get destroyed because they're not getting a creature back. Like, exiling a creature that has an enter the battlefield effect with Binding and then, like, having your Binding get destroyed feels real bad. Digitech! Thank you for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. I don't know if they're necessarily playing Carnage Tyrant. And, like, I have Kaya's Wrath to cover that if they do. So, maybe. Like, the thing I want to kill on most boards is probably Vanafear, and, like, Consume's rarely going to kill Vanafear, right? And also worth noting that I can't cast Consume when they have a Shalai in play, which is real awkward. Double Dawn of Hope, 1 land, easy mulligan. It seems like not great, but it's definitely a keep. I'm going to bottom that, digging for a white source here. Yeah, of course there's people in Matt's chat telling him what's in my hand. We very frequently ban the scum of the internet in this channel. So of course, when they have a chat like when they have a chance to feel like they can get me, they're gonna scum. Scum's gonna scum. Yeah, the Gates article will be in Discord before I go to bed tonight. Bell-Haunt seems great here, right? Just like puts up a brick wall. It's possible that I should hold on to the Bell-Haunt and just activate Dawn of Hope this turn and like Bell-Haunt after Ikaya's Wrath. Hope you're having a great morning too, Scott. Thanks for dropping into a live one. I'm gonna trade here because they play Banefire next turn. I'm gonna cast Kaya's Wrath. Well, there's no best of 3 direct challenge, so I don't do challenges at the moment. Can Gates do anything against mono blue? Yeah, draw your sweepers. Matt Nass has KCI in hand. I don't believe you. Untapped land, untapped land. Ding, ding, ding. Untapped land is great here because it means I can activate Dawn of Hope, block, pay 2 to draw a card. And I already have this other Kaya's Wrath to play down after they Prime Speaker next turn. This is probably just going to be a large Krasis if I had to venture a guess. Don't you get extra if you sweep in? Don't you go up the ladder 2 points if you do the thing in arena? What are the odds they have counter spells in their deck? I think I'm going to be greedy and wait a turn here. Believe it or not, I'm going to take the greedy line. So I'm going to block like this to not necessarily telegraph the Kaya's Wrath as hard. It does put my health total down, but like their deck doesn't have reach in it, so my health total being a little bit lower is probably fine here. Like if I chump block here, I feel like it screams Kaya's Wrath, whereas this way they might commit another thing to the board here. Yeah, I think if I chump here, they probably don't do this. And then Bell-Haunt just like gets the final card here, just like the old 1-2 punch. Alright, gotta fade Krasis. It's almost hammer time, chat. It is almost hammer time. I love the voice lines on Angrath are just so good. Oh man, if they play Banefire, I can steal her and pod this into a Lyra. That would be great. He has jazz hands. So again, my opponent this match was Matt Nass, who is someone in the MPL, good Magic streamer, great Magic player, ton of Grand Prix top 8s and other success. There's his Twitch channel and chat. someone else to check out when I'm not around, or multi-Twitch and watch us both at the same time. That was our first match with the Mardu control deck. Definitely, like I said when we started, I think if I had the chance, if I had to pick good matchups for this deck, I'd imagine a Banefire deck's really good for my deck full of Kaya's Wraths. So, hopefully we see a little bit of variety here and see how we do in other places. Whoa, Ross, thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I don't know how to explain the baby to my girlfriend. Spear Skewer. Hey, IEC with the 2-month resub. Welcome back. Thanks for shipping me your Bezo bucks. Again. He's now crafting Angrath. I mean, Angrath is sweet, to be fair. Alright, so I think with the Bell-Haunt in my hand, I can use my health total as a touch of a resource here. And I'm going to go ahead and play Blood Crypt and just play into Kaya's Wrath. I'm going to 13, and then these are putting me to 10 at least, so I'm probably going to go to like 7. So the goal is to be able to play Kaya's Wrath and then not die when they untap, and then play Bell-Haunt plus Dawn of Hope to stabilize the board. Perfect. Hey, Sarah, thanks for the 8-month resub. I appreciate the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Yeah, the Q. If you are someone who's looking for sweet standard decks to play, the deck queue on my website, in addition to just my YouTube page. So if you've been through my YouTube page, you're still looking for sweet stuff. You can look at the upcoming decks that I have coming up, and then check them out there. And if you find something that's exceptionally sweet, remember if you ever cheer 100 bits or more, or donate $1 or more, you can bump a deck in the queue to have it happen a little sooner. That was a long 10 minutes. Thank you for noticing me. Blur, thank you for the 12 months. I appreciate that. I knight thee, Defender of the Realm. Go forth and protect us from Twitch chat. Yachini, thanks for the 3rd of a year.
No fire.
All right, I think I just mortify this. So do I mortify this or do I Bell-Haunt? So the upside to Bell-Haunting this turn is that next turn, or actually I'm gonna Bell-Haunt this turn, because Bell-Haunting lets me activate Dawn of Hope, and then next turn I can activate Dawn of Hope for 4 plus mortify this. So it's way more resource efficient if I do this turn. Chef Seth, thanks for going out a sub gift. I appreciate that. I think with Dawn of Hope to like help me hit extra, help me gain some more life here, I think I just want to be resource efficient that turn. I don't think you can let the auto tapper use the Dawn of Hope mana unless I'm missing something. Not attacking with this because I don't want these to come into play. I'm just going to activate Dawn of Hope at end of turn to make a token and then start gaining some life by attacking. Oh, actually, with that, I can Moment of Craving this and then pay 2. Yep. So, they're out of cards in hand now.
No fire.
Dunk.
No steel.
So I can play Map, I can play Godless Shrine tapped, I can scry with Map plus activate Dawn of Hope to make a token. So let's start closing here. Coffee's for closers, and Bell-Haunt's getting herself a cup of joe. Do you think if she wins this game, they'll give her wings? Spirits without flying are weird, chat. I think I'm just bottoming. I'm basically just like looking for another Bell-Haunt to gain life. Another Moment of Craving. Will do, Chef Steph. Thanks for the support. So, I know Kaya's Wrath was okay in that game, but I think this actually isn't a Kaya's Wrath matchup. If you look at all the cards my opponent played, they don't actually have that many creatures, And a lot of them just die to Cry. So I think I'm going to board in the 2 Cries and cut the Kaya's Wrath here. Yeah, if you type !help in chat, you can get a link to the chat commands. Do I want Consecrate Consume? This card honestly might just be okay as like kill your thing game 2. I don't know what it's better than. The rest of my cards are all like pretty reasonable. I'm kind of happy with all the cards in my deck at the moment. Yeah, I have like 8 plus 3 more ways. I have a bunch of ways to kill the wall. 20 Thunder, thank you for the 13 months. Welcome back. Oh, it can get rid of risk factor in the bin too. Okay, definitely want this. I didn't think about the risk factor angle. That's a good suggestion. All right, so what do I want to trim? At least 1 Angrath can probably go. I'm gonna trim a Bedevil. This is a lot of 3 mana removal. All right, let's do it. Do I have another job? No, I stream full time. I've been streaming full time since the beginning of March last year, so almost a year now. I am here 50 hours a week, and I work like 60 or 70 hours a week. It's a good time. I love what I do here. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a Mardu aggro deck with Hero on my website under standard decks. Lelm, thank you very much for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. I think this is a mulligan. I don't think this card is good enough to keep on the back of. I'd like a Moment of Craving or something like that in my hand. Well, thanks, JPads. I appreciate it. Those subs, especially the Prime subs, those are a big part of why I'm able to be here doing what I do. They pay the bills. When do I stream other formats? I do 1 Magic Online League every single morning to start the day. So I start streaming about 7:30 or 7:45 Central Standard Time, and we do one of those leagues every day. So this morning we played Jeskai Stoneblade and Legacy to start. So this hand needs white mana, but if it hits white mana, it's very, very good. This card is like low-key awesome. Maybe it's not even low-key awesome, it's just awesome, but Bell-Haunt's been very impressive. Actually, it was my dad that never wanted us to play video games. My mom was always pretty okay with it. This deck's felt good. Anything that's not a white source or a Moment of Craving is getting bottom tier. And then I think I just do this tap rather than paying 2 to play this. And then I think next turn, rather than scry during my upkeep, I want to just take a draw step. And the reason for that is I want to be able to draw the white source for the turn and play it out as well. Yikes. Another reason for Consecrate to be in my deck, right? Will I ever play in an SCG Open again? Unsure. I am planning to play in, so the Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series. Look at that banner, perfect timing. They are a Midwest tournament series that I'm definitely playing in their March tournament because it's a localish tournament for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill this now, and then we get some scribes with these treasure maps just to get rid of the reminder. Thank you, Sunshine, I appreciate it. Well, thanks for being here watching, Full Auto. So by killing the egg there, I could even just play Angrath and eat this next turn. Although we're gonna get a couple of scries here, and I'm gonna guaranteed have double white because when I scry during my upkeep with this, it's gonna flip and give me treasures. Do I still purchase paper cards? No, I haven't owned paper cards for a really long time. Even when I was traveling to play a lot of Magic, it wasn't really profitable to like own cards because I change decks so often. So generally speaking, when you're playing a lot of Magic, you borrow a lot of cards when you're playing competitively. Did I just decline that? I clicked the wrong thing. Yikes. Yikes! All right, well, I mean, we're at 10 now. I guess I definitely should have taken the hit there. Awkward. All right, I think since I drew the Contempt to exile the Phoenix, I can just play the Lyra here and get this going. When you play paper, is it weird not to verbalize your thought process? No, not really. When I play paper, I often describe it as being very quiet. Because like here, there's so many different things going on. Like not only me talking, but also like I've got OBS on this monitor. I've got, you know, social media and watching my Twitch dashboard on this other one. So there's a lot going on when I play on stream. I don't know, risk factor is really good because it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation. Like regardless of what I do there, like my opponent ends up in a pretty good spot. I mean, it's not even about not affording them, right? Like I can afford to buy Magic the Gathering cards. It's just not efficient for me to buy Magic cards. Like there's no reason for me to own every modern legal Magic card that's playable. There's no reason for me to own every standard legal card in paper when I can borrow them. It's about efficiency, not about whether or not you can afford it.
Ever seen your crew from my vision? A filmless.
Geeky Chord was the last deck I sold. I owned Geeky Chord. We don't know why anybody was or wasn't invited to the thing. Wizard of the Coast hasn't made their invitation metrics public. So. Do I want to bring in Duress here? I kind of want to bring in Duress. There's so many spells in their deck. Their deck seems more spell-based than anything. I'm going to cut these Bedevils and board these in, hoping they just regain 3. Why should I play the Spirit card instead of Angrath? Why is your play correct? Yeah, kind of. So, like, Duress theoretically cancels a burn spell. His hand's absurd. But it also just, like, doesn't do anything if their hand's empty, right? I do have a hybrid desk. I flip my time sitting, standing. I try to do about 2 to 1. So every hour I sit, I try to stand for 2. Well, that was their best possible against my handful of Contempts. Hopefully we hit a 4th land next turn. Did you end up using the ugly boomerangs and islands? I think I ended up using 4 different boomerang arts. I don't recall. Four different sounds right, though. Well, Drill Bits and Fountain of Renewal do completely different things, Panza, so I don't think it really makes sense to compare those. Like Drill Bit's a card for, like, the control and combo matchup, and Fountain of Renewal is a card for a matchup like this, which, if you're looking at my deck, I'd have to imagine this matchup's kind of okay for us if we get to play Magic, right? Like, we might just die here because we're not getting to play Magic this game, but I'd have to think, in general, this matchup's kind of okay for us. Alright, please don't kill me next turn. Nothing says mono red player like a slow roll. Don't be them. Nothing says mono red like a slow roll. I mean, we said when I started that I was worried about not having enough lands, right? Someone did bring up something interesting in chat. Should I have gone double moment instead of Vraska's Contempt that one turn? Yeah, possibly. If I had been up 2 points of health there, the Bell-Haunts might have stabilized us. So I think that's something worth considering. Perhaps I used my removal incorrectly once I finally did hit my land. I'd have been up 2 points of life, which means I survived there, which means I get to untap and like play Bell-Haunt. It does, Waffle. That was one of the big changes. Welcome back. No, I would have still killed the wall, Sunshine. They're saying I should have killed the wall with double moment instead of killing it with Vraska's Contempt. Killing it with double moment also leaves me the Contempt in case they draw a Phoenix. So it gives me some flexibility in that way too. You know what? I messed up here. I'm committed to doing this now, I think. I should have played the treasure map just because this 3-4 blocks their 3-3 and like getting scries going is better here. So I think that was a bad use of my Bedevil. Hey, Moldylocks. Thank you for the brand new Prime Support. I appreciate that. Welcome. I wonder if the lack of Lava Coils in this deck is wrong. Hey, Eternal Virus. Thanks for the new Prime Support, folks. There's a lot of great people you can give that Prime Support to every month. Thanks for sending it my way. Kind of feeling like we're on a Kaya's Wrath or Bust type situation here, right? Might trim some of the Bedevils. I'm not sure I need that many of that effect.
Please run. A chase stokes the forge. Your crew for my freedom. A fair price.
What's going on, Wub? Yeah, I had someone else bump the deck at the last minute. Each War. So it was further down. Someone bumped it with their tier 3 sub. Hey, thanks for coming back for the 5th month, Wub. I appreciate that. Thread! Welcome back as well. Yeah, you just have to, there's a X day window where you have to get through. I'm gonna go ahead and jump block here. We're basically just looking for Kaya's Wrath. This does not sacrifice the Phoenix. It only sacrifices things that cost 3 or less. Yikes, that card is good. I think that means we're just dead, right? Because even if I hit Kaya's Wrath here, I'm still dead on board. Forgot to scry. Doesn't matter. There weren't any outs in our deck there. think this is still a Kaya's Wrath matchup. Consecrate seems fine. It can exile the Phoenix from the bin. Is Moment of Craving good enough? Oh, I'm not sure if Moment of Craving's good enough. I feel like I need to cut some of my top end. If I cut Angrath, do I have... I don't really have enough win conditions left. Yeah, that's true too. If you're trying to keep your Prime streak on the channel, you can drop in and Prime sub even when I am not online if my live schedule doesn't necessarily jive with your live schedule. Or when you can get to Twitch. Really appreciate the folks that pop in, especially my YouTube regulars, to drop their Prime this way. Cry is for like the white and red aggro decks that have a lot of creatures that it kills. Decks where -2/-2 reads kill all your stuff. Need 4 cuts here still. I don't think it's that good against Golgari. Like, killing Golgari's explore creatures, like, isn't super meaningful. Shuffling, I agree, the shuffling sounds are great. I'm gonna keep this with the treasure map. We need a white source, obviously, but map will hopefully help us find them. Yeah, Angrath could not take the egg. If Angrath could take the egg, I would have looked for Kaya's Wrath. Yeah, I said bring in the card Andy when it kills their stuff. So if they're playing hero, that includes something that dies to it. When am I playing Jund? We started this deck about 35 minutes ago, so probably in about an hour. Hey, Ravner, thanks for the 20 months. Welcome back. All right. Well, that bodes well for us. I think I'm actually gonna do this here. I couldn't Angrath the Phoenix, Chucky. Angrath was at 1. No, I don't want to stop on the upkeep to scry because I want the ability to draw the white source for the turn and then immediately play it and cast Kaya's Wrath. And if I scry during my upkeep, I'm unable to cast Kaya's Wrath this turn. And like obviously I didn't get to cast Kaya's Wrath this turn, but I guaranteed don't get to cast it if I scry during my upkeep. The horse is amazing, Rapner. Alright, no Phoenix here is real good for us. Let's take out the trash. Maybe I'm just supposed to Angrath there. I don't know. I kind of want to flip this treasure map and get that going. Would be ideal, I think. I think the small builds of Gruul, like what my opponent is playing right now, leave a little bit to be desired, but the more mid-range builds focused around mostly flying creatures, I think are pretty reasonable. The Gruul 3-drops have very little chill, concur.
Your crew for my freedom. A fair price.
Yikes. Oh, I actually didn't leave up Moment of Craving here, which is a mistake. That's fine. I'm drawing a card anyways.
No fire, no steam.
You know, the last time we played the Frenzy deck, it left a little bit to be desired. So I'm going to go ahead and scry here before we draw. All right, so we need to fade a draw step here. The delay on when you click the stop versus when it actually happens is just unreal. I forgot to use this, didn't I? Because I was so tilted about my stop. I think I forgot to use this because I was tilted about my stop. I don't think Captive Audience is actually very good. I think it's just too slow and clunky. No, the arena auto resets the stops every turn. Do this now before I forget.
No fire, no steel.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you wouldn't just go for it there. Probably supposed to just go for it. If we can fade like Banefire, we should be in a pretty good spot.
You want our style? You got it. I was wondering where those got to.
This card is so bad. It's so bad, chat. Play more Vivian. I mean, I'm gonna kill it with a Bedevil, but like, it's really bad. You know when you should play Domri in your Gruul deck? Domri's like the 4th Vivian. He's like what you do if you've already got 3 Vivians and you want another Planeswalker. I'm mostly watching YouTube. I had to jump on here to give you the Amazon money. Well, thank you for taking the time to do that, Kung Fu Fish. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for helping keep me around. The chance to draw 2 creatures is incredibly low.
No fire, no steel.
Well, replacement effects don't use the stack. There's something that happens while something else is happening or instead of something else happening. Whereas an enter the battlefield effect is something that says like, when this enters the battlefield, then this happens. Instead of saying it enters with. Is the big difference. Rude. I think I'm just looking for Bell-Haunt at this point, right? Riot is in fact technically a replacement effect. You can think whatever you want, but if you don't, it is in fact a replacement effect. It is a replacement effect as the card enters the battlefield. Thanks, Joyous Farm. Happy Tuesday. Alright, if I kill this stupid Thrashing Brontodon, they're gonna kill my treasure map, but I think that's just what we gotta do. And I think I have to not play the Karn, because I don't want to die to a stupid dragon off the top.
No fire.
Angrath's gonna just keep ticking. God, we're so smart and thin. And a deck that supports him well. In order, how many creatures do you think you have to play to support Domri well? What's the number you think of? What number of creatures do you think you need to play to support him well?
No fire, no steel.
30 plus. Ideally 32. The answer is too many. Too many is the answer. It's like 32. To consistently hit 2, it's like 32 plus. And if you're not hitting 2, his down tick is just a crappy version of Vivian. Yes, 32 is Domri and all creatures. It's basically what it is.
No fire, no steel.
Yes, and Vivian does the card advantage on plus, exactly.
The choices we make reveal.
Sure, Frank Karsten came to 26, but look at what he was saying 26 got you. With 26 is like to hit 1 consistently. Drawing 1 card on a Planeswalker down tick is I would a 90% plus. Yes, I want my effect to do what I want it to do 9 times out of 10. Did we miss lethal with Angrath there? No, chat. If I down tick on their Brontodon, they're gonna sack it and kill my Karn token. So I couldn't attack them with their Brontodon. That wasn't a legal play. Oh, it was a legal play if they messed up, but it likely wasn't going to happen. 26 is 90% to hit 1 and only 60% to hit 2. Yep. It's really low. All right. I think Domri is fine as the 4th source of card advantage in your green-red deck. I think if you have 3 Vivians and want 5 Planeswalkers in your deck, then play Domri as the next copies. Yikes. Yikes. Alright, well, if we're a prophet and draw the white source, we're gonna be okay here. If we miss the white source next turn, we're gonna be very... We might even be dead even if we hit the white source. Canopy's fine. It's worse, but it's fine. Howdy, nerd girl. Well, Beast Whisperer isn't guaranteed card advantage, and Beast Whisperer is susceptible to removal. So I'm taking 4, 5, 6, 7 here, down to 4, which leaves me pretty vulnerable. If they attack, they could attack me to 5 and like play a Phoenix here. All right. We needed a non-shock white source there, which is pretty unlikely. All right, let's get some Lava Coils in our deck. Imagine if Bedevil had been Lava Coil there. How much better off we would have been. I kind of want to fit Discovery in here. I don't know what I would want to cut, though. I kind of want, like, 2 Discoveries. I'm sure I'm an Angrath. I'm going to put Craving in the board. Maps have been fine. Nothing to write home about, but just reasonable. They generate card advantage for you, which is pretty important. I mean, we have Vraska's Contempt too. So, like, we have a lot of ways to kill drakes. Like, I get that Lava Coil is good, but, like, this deck has other ways to exile things. I'm mostly adding Lava Coil here because I just want to drag the curve down, because this deck has a lot of really expensive cards in it. So let's give this a try. Just, like, pull the curve down a smidge. Add a couple of cantrips to smooth things out. What's the minimum price to buy into this? You mean this application, Magic Arena? Or are you talking about, yeah, Arena? It depends on what deck you want to buy. If you want to play a deck that plays a bunch of dual lands, it's probably about $100. If you don't mind playing a monocolored deck for a little while, you could probably get in for less than 50. I've heard some people saying they've built gates or mono blue for like 25 to 30 bucks. So, Discovery is like upping our land count without playing another land. So that's why I added Discovery. Discovery is a card that's going to help us hit land drops without having to actually add a land to the deck. Yeah, some people just don't enjoy free-to-play grinding, though. Can't say I blame them. Hopefully they're playing Sultai and not Fog. I'm gonna play this to play around Syncopate here. Could get quenched. Yeah, yikes. At least this means Karn's more likely to resolve. I'm gonna do this since I drew it. I'd rather Karn resolve than this, and I think whichever spell I play this turn is likely to get counterspelled, so I want to lead on the card that I would prefer resolve less here. Teamer control, huh? Interesting. Our hand is probably really bad in this matchup for game one. And I would guess that Moment of Craving doesn't have a text box, although Kaya's Wrath is probably pretty good. Might get Frilled Mystic. Just quench, sure. Man, where's Mortify when you need it? There's a reason why we cut 2 Bedevils and didn't cut Mortify, because enchantments are really important right now. There are some artifacts in the format, but enchantments are definitely more prevalent. Yep. There must not be that many people in the top ranks of Magic Arena, because like we've been pretty constantly getting paired into people who are in Masters and even Mythic while we're still Plat 4, which feels weird to me. It's like we're like bottom barrel of Plat and like getting queued up into the top 2. Yeah, the matches where Kaya's Wrath doesn't have a text box seems weird. Did you just say there shouldn't be an MMR? The ranking should be the MMR, right? Alright, well the fact that this stuck here is real good for us. Especially if they did 8 to themselves with Shocklands. It's looking like they potentially have as many dead cards as we do game 1, which is sweet. God bless you, little Angrath, the little mentor that could. Our Planeswalkers draw cards as well. I feel like there's a lot of Magic players that, like, whenever they look at a deck, if your hand's doesn't have 6 cards in it, people are like, that deck's not very good, is it? Need some more card advantage. Why don't I have 7 cards in my hand?
No fire, no steel.
What's your last card over there, opponent? Alright, your move, Yugi boy. This is all we got. This is all we have. How about that? How about that discovery, please? Hey, SRO, thanks for the 3 months. Welcome back. Does appreciate it. I tell you what. Let me tell you what. Argument to swapping out. We only have 15 white. Wow, we are kind of low on white. I just assumed the mana was okay. But you are super right that our white count is low. How many black sources are we on? This is 8, 11, 18. Hey, Ed Bingo, it's crazy watching you go from 400 to 2.3k. Well, thanks for the 14 months, and I appreciate you sticking around. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, there should definitely be another white source in this mana base. Someone bumped this deck up today, and I didn't check the mana because I just added it in. Didn't look like they had Planeswalkers. Do I cut these Bedevils? Cut the Contempts. Is there a shorthand way you think about playing into or around a counterspell? No, it's all context. It's all, what are they representing? What's in my hand? Do I have things that I care about resolving more? Do I have Duresses in my deck? Do I have counterspells in my deck? Do I have a way to like get this counterspell out of their hand other than they're just playing into it? It's one of the just many things in Magic where there's a lot of context clues that varies thing to thing. We've been short on white a few times. I just assumed we were getting a little bit unlucky, but we are definitely gonna add a white source after this. After this one. I mean, the iterations were basically the same, Loma. Like you can go back and watch the games. I don't remember the exact specifics at this point. If I recall, we just kind of got dumpstered by Sultai a couple of times. As much as I'd love a Duress here, I think I just gotta dig for a land. Hey, what's going on, Jared? The call with WotC hasn't happened yet. It's gonna be happening this evening. It's not a red source, but I think I'm gonna take it. I think I just want to hit land drops in general here. So I'm not gonna Mortify right now because I think there's a good chance they counter my Mortify. So I'm gonna Mortify on their turn, so that way when they counter my Mortify, they have to use mana on their next turn cycle. I think I'm actually going to add a red source and a white source to the deck. I think I'm going to cut a swamp for another red-white duel. How much for me to stream the call? Another counterspell. That felt like I have another counterspell pause, but I'm not sure I want to use it. I mean, I don't expect to get invited to the event, Waffle. The event is full. It's a 64 player event, and they have 56 people plus 8 invite slots. The point of having a call with them isn't about getting an invite to the event. It's about finding out what I did at some point and who I pissed off. There's gonna be a giant explosion here. Yep. Yeah, so unlike a lot of people that are invited to the event, I've been around Magic for a long time. I've been streaming Magic off and on this channel for 5 years, give or take. And when I streamed a lot of Magic Online has gotten a little bit better over the years, even if it still leaves a lot to be desired. I've been very vocal about my distaste for Magic Online in the past. And I would bet money that part of that is someone there is still upset about it. Maybe I should have scryed during the upkeep there. Maybe I should have scryed during my upkeep. Let's take another card draw. See if we can find like a Duress. Yeah, Jeskai didn't exist yet. Alright, Karn, red source, please.
A curious choice.
In a way, it feels like I've kind of gotten punished for being an early Magic adopter, right? Like, because I'm sure a lot of the other people would complain about Magic Online too, except they just didn't play it, right? But I loved Magic for a long time, so I slogged through playing Magic Online, and I just gave feedback about Moto while slogging through it. Magic Online is the MTGO client. MTGO stands for Magic the Gathering Online. So they have 9 mana here. I wonder if they have another... Okay. Moto, Magic Online with digital objects. All right, I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm gonna start by shocking this in. And then I'm gonna play Angrath. Caleb got invited, Waffle, because someone dropped out. And then I'm gonna yoink this. And then they showed us Quench. So I'm gonna make treasures here. And I'm gonna consume targeting myself. Yeah, this could definitely target me. And if they have a counter spell here for this, it still sucks for me, but now I got to draw 2 cards, right? So like if they counter my consume, which they have the counter spell, now I get to draw a card for both of these happening. And then like I get to draw a card from this Duress happening, so maybe I don't die next turn to the Niv and like get another chance to do stuff again. So like there's still a chance that I die here. I unfortunately already played a land for the turn, so this Mortify can't happen. There is still a chance that I lose here, because I am only at 12. Alright, I mean, let's take your expansion explosion.
Awaken.
Am I dead on board to Chemist's Insight? These do... I'm not dead on board to these. Draw step. Oh yeah, these are 6. Yeah, dead to the Chemist's Insight plus the draw step. Yep. We were close. We were close. Especially with the Banefire, we were super close. No, I'm not updating the overlay, Proto. And like the ladder, we've only ever played best of 3, so the ladder doesn't change that. Adding more things to my overlay midstream just like isn't something that's gonna happen. It's like adds more housekeeping, and I'm already doing like 4 things while I stream. So you can see here in between matches what the game count is, but I'm not adjusting my overlay. What do you send all the spell damage at Niv to kill it? Well, I cast, there was only 3 points of damage, and Niv's a 5/5, so that's not an option. Sure. Demands too much. Silly hogland that is wanting us to pay attention. Oh, the butt chuff emote was such a good idea. Karn. Is this the pause of I only have 1 counter and maybe don't want to use it on Karn? Yep. Good line. Blink is some sweet tech. I think there's a chance they board out Quench, but just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and play around it here. I don't think there's a reason to walk into it when I have as many lands as I do.
I'll make use of that later.
Wow! Karn plus drew a spell? What kind of crazy land am I living in? I like that they gave us the Banefire instead of the Bell-Haunt when I don't have double white though. God bless. Lordy, am I dead yet?
I will return.
I've not played the Wilderness Geek deck, so I don't really have an opinion on it. Get you later, Daka. I'll be back tomorrow for sure. We're probably just dead here at this point.
Here be
Yeah, the opponent looks like they're playing something close to the Teamer Reclamation deck that Todd Anderson played at the Week 1 Open. I believe they did a deck tech with him. Moving right along. Ooh. What a cuss! Thank you for the 3x3 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I don't know how I feel about Mardu. I feel like all of the decks where you basically just have to like ask yourself the question, like, does Kaya's Wrath have a text box? And like, if Kaya's Wrath has a text box, the matchup's probably okay, but like, are there enough places in Standard where Kaya's Wrath doesn't have a text box where like, this is bad? I don't know, like, Wrath is like fine against like White Weenie and Sultai and most of the mid-range decks. Thanks for the 3 months, Caterpillar, I appreciate it. I think I'm gonna be done with this one. If you wanted to make changes to this, you definitely need to make the mana better. Again, if you're building mana bases in Standard, I'd encourage you to look up Frank Kirsten's article. There are 18 black sources in this deck and only 15 white, I believe, which is like not enough to cast Kaya's Wrath consistently. Like 16 to 17 should probably be the floor. I think if I was going to change this, I'd probably like cut a swamp, add a Clifftop Retreat would probably be my change, or add a Sacred Foundry or something like that. Let's go ahead and move on to Jund Whirler up next. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick, and when I get back, we're gonna jam some games with this. Enjoy the ride up, chat. All right, and it looks like we're actually gonna have time to do 2 more decks today. I've got like 3 hours left, so let's do Jund Whirler and You White Dovin War.